Hello friends, my name is Vanshita and you're watching my channel Tech Right Education. In this video, I will discuss about the interview questions which are asked when you go for the profile of desktop support, remote desktop support, technical support and so on. So let's begin our session. In every video of this tutorial, I will cover 5 questions and this is part 1 of this tutorial. Now the first question is, what do you know about operating system? So operating system is an intermediate between computer user and computer hardware. Without operating system, a computer user cannot communicate with computer hardware. If computer user want to communicate with, or we can say want to use computer hardware, then there is need of operating system. So for doing any task using computer hardware, we need operating system. We have many operating system and these are Windows operating system, Linux, Mac OS and so on. Here I have mentioned some of the operating system. These are Windows 95, Windows 98, Windows 2000, Windows 2003 and so on. Now the second question is, which OS are you comfortable to work with? So the answer of this question depends on the company for which you are going to give interview. So before going to give interview, you should research about the company, that what kind of softwares the company is using. Suppose someone say that I am comfortable with Windows operating system, then he or she should know the features and advantages of that particular operating system, because your interview can ask that why you are comfortable with this OS. What are the advantages of this OS so you are comfortable with this? You should know each and everything about the answer whatever you give to your interviewer. Now the third question is, what is the difference between desktop or we can say client OS and server OS? So before learning about client OS and server OS, you should know that what are clients and what are servers. So clients are those who request for the resources and servers are those who provide resources to the clients, or we can say who serves the clients. The first difference between client OS and server OS is, client OS run the application like MS Office, games, Photoshops, etc. If I talk about server OS, then it offers unlimited use connections because server is able to connect many of the clients. The second difference between client OS and server OS is, client OS provide easy access to internet-based services like browsing, email, web searching, etc. While if I talk about server OS, then it uses lots of memory. Why it uses lots of memory? Because server OS is used to serve many of the clients. The third difference is, client OS offers rich service for media, but if I talk about server OS, then it can act as email server, database server, web server, etc. A server can be of any type. It can be of email server, it can be database server and it can be web server. The fourth one is, if I talk about client OS, then it can be used by any of the person, because there is no need to take any kind of a specialization for using client OS. If you have a little bit knowledge about computer science, then you can use client OS. But if I talk about server OS, then there is need to know about server OS. We should know what is server OS and how to use it, and what kind of operations server OS provide. Instead of the execution of the local application, it is optimized for the network and it controls all the devices connected to the network. Fifth one is, it can work as a member on a domain if the professional edition is used. But if I talk about server OS, then it can hold a domain and under this domain many of the clients work. Now the next one is, client OS are cheaper than server OS and server OS are expensive. Now the fourth question is, what do you know about the Active Directory? So Active Directory ensures that the software and the computer are secure. Active Directory stores the information about the objects which are present in a network, and this information can be easily found by administrators and users. Active Directory stores the data in a structured form. Now, what do we mean by structured data? So, structured data means data is stored in a sequence, and this kind of data is consistent and easy to access. Now, the next question is, are you familiar with DHCP and its uses? So, DHCP stands for Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. And what is the use of DHCP? DHCP is used for dynamically allocating the IP addresses. Suppose if we don't want to configure IP address manually, then we use DHCP server, so that DHCP server configure IP addresses automatically. Now, what process work behind this? So we will understand with the help of this diagram. There are two things. The first one is DHCP client and the second one is DHCP server. So what DHCP client do? DHCP client first broadcast to know what range of IPs are present. Now what DHCP server do? It offers that we have this range of IPs. Now the third operation is done by DHCP client. It requests for the IP address. Now again DHCP server replied through an acknowledgement and give IP address to DHCP client.